Welcome to Tia Sarita's Storytime. Today we will be reading The True Story of Fairies by S.K. Johnson. Once upon a time, on a tiny island in the middle of a big broad river that ran through the middle of a dark and woodsy woods, there lived two elves. They wanted a child so very much, and old age was fast approaching. They waited and waited, but no child came. One morning they saw a curiously spotted purple bird eating the strawberries from their garden. Before the elves could assure the bird that there were plenty of strawberries for all the critters of the island, he flew away. As he disappeared, the spotted bird dropped several of the itty-bitty seeds from the strawberries into the freshly tilled garden soil. The elves decided to leave him a note saying that it was okay to nibble on whatever looked tasty in their garden. Each day after that, and all summer long, they would peek through their window to see the spotted bird hopping from plant to plant, nibbling delicately at the garden's fresh feast. When autumn came, the little bird disappeared. Next spring, the elves found a little bundle lying where the strawberries had grown so plentifully last summer. They opened it to find a tiny little girl with a note attached to her purple spotted blankie. The note said, "Thank you for sharing your garden with me." The elves danced with happiness. Not long afterward, and long before their tiny daughter was full grown, the old elves passed away. Though she was still very young, they had taught her all she needed to know about taking care of the little house and garden, so she did her best to look after things. One morning, she saw some curious sprouts growing in the middle of the strawberry bed. She watched in amazement as the sprouts unfurled their pretty green leaves. Out of the center of each little sprout flew a tiny fairy, not much bigger than the seed of a strawberry. The fairies all sang together as they nested in their hair and perched upon her shoulders. The fairies had been sent by the little spotted bird to watch over her and keep her company. Each tiny fairy was sent with a different purpose. One would protect her while she slept and would bring her sweet dreams. One was in charge of her schooling. Her common sense and good nature were left to another fairy, and so on and so on. Naturally, her tooth fairy was always nearby. The elves' precious little daughter grew strong and brave and kind, full of mischief and fun. When she was all grown up and had a family of her own, she released all her guardian fairies into the world, where they would find lots of other children to care for and to nurture for the rest of all time. And so, if you feel something tapping on your shoulder or find a messy little tangle in your hair, it's probably just your tiny fairy coming to watch over you. The True Story of Fairies by S.K. Johnson. And that's the end of Storytime with Tia Sarita. Please make sure you subscribe and like my videos. Check out all the other videos on my YouTube channel. Let me know what you like. Let me know if there's any books you're trying to find. Until next time, keep reading along with Tia Sarita's Storytime. Thank you for visiting. And remember what Dr. Zeus said? You can find magic wherever you look. Sit back, relax. All you need is a book.